Hey, friends, welcome to Real Talk with PK. So glad that you're tuning in today. Hope you'll enjoying this frozen tundra of the month of Michigan. We had to cancel a few tapings because of the bad weather that occurred on a couple of Wednesday nights, actually, and even a Sunday. But we are back, and thank you for tuning in. This month at Crosspoint, we've been talking about relationships, focusing on Love Month, and building our relationship with God and building our relationships with one another. And so today I wanted to talk about, since last week was Valentine's Day, and we were supposed to tape something for that. We wanted to bring it today, this week. And I have a special guest joining me in our studio is my daughter, very popular, Brooke.
Oh,
How are
am
you?
I popular?
Well, a lot of
Is that what people
podcasts that we do together
is that what
get
people
lots of
say?
views. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I like being popular. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
You're popular.
Cool.
Yep. And then joining us, as always, my engineer and producer is Pastor Todd in the corner. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
Good to see you tonight. So glad
Yeah.
that you're here with us.
Yeah, we all made it. It's
I
cold,
know.
but we made it.
It's
It is
cold.
really cold, but it's supposed to warm up by the weekend. So hopefully we're going to get there together. And we're definitely going to have church this Sunday at 10 o'clock. So don't miss it. We'll continue our relationship series and talk about God's timing in your life, waiting for the right time. And that's in all aspects in our relationship. So that's what we're going to talk about this coming Sunday. But today we want to talk about, if you're single, is singleness a gift from God? So that's what we want to bring to you. There's a lot of people that listen that are single. Maybe you're waiting for that Mr. Wonderful to walk into your life,
Mm.
Mrs. Extraordinary, Miss Extraordinary, not Mrs., but Miss. I
Yeah.
preference
Ooh,
that
jeez.
Miss.
Maybe
Misleading 'em.
specifically alliance
We're only
player,
we're
huh?
only 2 minutes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So that's what we're talking about tonight. And, what do you do when you find yourself stuck and you're single and you're getting tired of waiting and things aren't progressing the way you would want them to progress? So that's the topic tonight that Brooke and I want to talk about. And so is my question to you is singleness a gift?
Mm.
What do you think?
Um, well, Paul says that it's a gift. So that's where we get that language. A lot of people will say, my brother just told me that this week. He's like, singleness is a gift, so enjoy it. It's like marriage is hard.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So maybe we can read that verse. It's in 2 Corinthians 7:7.
Yeah, why don't you read it?
I believe it's 2 Corinthians. Yeah. 2 Corinthians 7, verse 6, actually. It says this. Now, as a concession, not as a command, I say this. I wish that all of you were as I myself am, but each has his own gift from God, one of one kind and one of another. And then he goes on to say in verse 32, I want you to be free from anxieties. The unmarried man is anxious about the things of the Lord, how to please the Lord. But the married man is anxious about worldly things, how to please his wife, and his interests are divided. The unmarried woman or betrothed woman is anxious about the things of the Lord, how to be holy in body and spirit. But the married woman is anxious about worldly things, how to please her husband. I say this for your own benefit, not to lay any restraint upon you, but to promote good order and to secure your undivided devotion to the Lord. So, Paul says that he wishes that everyone was like him, but it's not a command. It's like a concession. So, food for thought, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I think for singles, it should be just that. Maybe you're not called to a full life of singleness. I think very few people are.
Yeah.
Because I think that's actually difficult to live a full life of being a single person, especially if you have the desire to be married and have children. Not all people do. But if you have the desire, that's there. But I think this is like food for thought that if you do find yourself in a single season,
Mm-hmm.
that Paul says, take advantage of it. Like this is
What do you think he
for,
means by that?
I think he means that when you're single, you have, think about it, all the time in the world to invest in God and to invest in people and use that to your full advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think of my life right now, like I wouldn't have been able to do a lot of the things that I've done. I mean, maybe I would have, but it would be hard. Like
Yeah.
I'm about to graduate seminary. I'm always writing papers. I mean, because you
Yep.
see me.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not working or working out or here at the church, I'm with my laptop somewhere working on papers.
Right.
And so I think that's maybe it's just what he's speaking to. Like when you're single, you have so much more time to devote to the Lord. And I think that is a gift.
Hmm.
What do you think?
Well, I think being single, you can devote yourself to the Lord
Mm-hmm.
quite a bit. I think the question is, but do people devote themselves to the
No.
Lord? I think
No, they don't.
no, because with all our busyness and these phones and
Yeah.
all the distractions that we have, do we really devote ourselves to the Lord? I mean,
Mhm.
Paul the apostle didn't have cell phones. They
Right.
didn't have phones. They didn't have communication.
Yeah.
So it's a total different atmosphere where
Mhm.
we live today, where we have a lot of distractions. So
Mm.
I think maybe not in all cases, but I think maybe singleness can bring many more distractions because you're trying to fill the void of where another person, if you're married or dating, could fill that void. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I feel like I look around and I see a lot of people that aren't living their single life well. Like we have so much time, right? If you work a 9 to 5 job,
Yeah.
what are you doing with your evening?
Right.
What are you doing with your whole weekend?
Right.
Like you have, I mean, if you have even just 3 hours every night, right? Before you go to bed, let's say you go to bed really early. So you got 3 hours after work.
Right.
That's 15 hours a week. What are you
Correct.
doing with that? And then you have 12-hour day on Saturday, 12-hour day on Sunday. What are you doing with that?
Right.
So I think the call from Paul is to take it seriously and to really live it to the fullest.
So I think what you're saying is in every season of our lives, we should take the fullest of what God offers us in that season.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we do that. I see a lot of people, like with you kids, we have 5 children. And I literally enjoyed every season and every age of you kids. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it when you were babies, toddlers, playing baseball with the kids, soccer, whatever we did, what sports you guys wanted to try to do,
Mm-hmm.
we did. And we enjoyed every phase. Now, and I'm sure there were times that we wanted to get out of a certain phase, like a phase where the kids were more destructive,
Mm-hmm.
the terrible twos or the terrible threes, whatever parents call it.
I was never terrible.
No,
though.
you were not.
Yeah, no. I was like the
No.
angelic twos
Yeah.
and the angelic threes.
Yes, you were perfect.
Yeah, I was
Yeah. I think your
Just
brothers
kidding.
and sisters would have something different to say about that.
Just satire, guys. Just satire.
Yeah, it is. But your mother and I learned to enjoy the season.
Mm-hmm.
Now we enjoy the season of having older children and now grandkids and the season of life that we're in our mid 50s. We are really enjoying that. So I think you have to get comfortable with where you are and who you are in Christ. And I don't think a lot of people are comfortable with where they are and who they are.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are working on trying to climb the corporate ladder, be more successful, be prettier, be more muscular, be, because that's what our society tells us, right? We got to do this, we got to do that in order to be happy. But really, our happiness stems from our relationship with Christ, does it not?
Yeah.
So if it really stems from Christ, then I think we need to learn to grow in that, in our relationship with Him. And out of that, we are more comfortable in our singleness, if that applies to us in this
Mm-hmm.
conversation.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I agree. I agree with that. I just feel like I see so many people that say, like, I'm single and I'm just stuck. Like, I hate being single. I'm ready to be done with this.
Yep.
When is God going to bring someone into my life? I was just talking to a friend about this recently. And she's like, I'm actually done with this. Like, I'm ready for the next stage.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at her, I was like, that's actually not up to you to decide.
Right.
Like, you are not the master of your own future.
Right.
That is up to Jesus.
Correct.
And so I just feel like I feel like almost every single person I know is miserable.
Really?
Genuinely. Yeah.
Why is that?
They hate being alone.
Ah.
They hate being alone.
So do most of these
they
friends
see
live
everyone
by
else.
themselves then, or do they still live at home
Some
with their parents?
some live at home, but some live at home, some live with friends or like apartments that they rent with people. I genuinely can't think of any single friend that I know that's like totally loving their life, vibing in it, enjoying it. Like, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Now
I'm
that
kind of shocked
now-
that you said that.
Now that I'm thinking
Maybe
about
we should
that,
have your friends come in. We'll do a podcast and counseling session.
I'm serious.
We'll reset the room up and we'll put a round couch in here.
I really believe like single people are some of the most miserable Christians.
Wow.
Genuinely.
That hurts my heart.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I'm serious.
I guess
I don't know if
I
that's,
can't relate to
now-
that because I got married early.
Yeah, you
So,
can't relate.
I
but
know, I can't relate
try
to that.
being my age, for example.
Right. That's true.
And you want to move on with your life.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm trying to make these decisions now in the next year or two. Like, I need to buy a house, even if I'm not married. Like, I need to start investing in real estate. There's like some financial things I need to do. I started a Roth. I'm starting to put into that. So there's like things that I'm like strategically starting to do as a single girl that is genuinely hard for me just doing it. Thankfully, I have you in my life and I have my brothers that give me input. But as a girl, it is like, oh, there's a lot moving forward. It's hard to do it by yourself. Not saying that it's impossible, but it is challenging.
Yeah.
But I just think people, they're trying to plan their future. They're trying to plan their life.
I wouldn't say that you're miserable.
I'm not miserable.
So let's go there.
I
Why
don't
aren't
think I'm
you
miserable.
miserable?
Well, I mean, there's definitely times where I'm like, oh, like I just want to be in a different place or want to be in a different season than I am.
Mm-hmm.
But then I look at what I've been able to accomplish in my single years, and I'm so grateful. You know, like
So that brings you happiness.
yeah, like being able to minister to all the students that I've been able to minister to and go to their events on Saturday mornings, cheer competitions and wrestling matches on Monday afternoons, and like going to my young adults group, and like I've had time to invest in people and I've really enjoyed that. I am going to be graduating
Okay, let's stop
soon.
there. So you've had time to invest in people. Could it be that your acquaintances aren't investing in other people and that's why they're miserable?
Could be. Yeah.
Because we are really designed to be a conduit.
Mm-hmm.
What God pours into us, we are supposed to let flow out of us.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, and I don't know who you're referring to or your friends, but maybe they're not pouring enough or finding people to minister to other people, because that's what we're created to do. We're
Mhm.
relational people,
Mhm.
vertical with God, horizontal with one another. And if we're always looking for somebody to fulfill that and not fulfilling other people in a relationship, it could, I'm not saying always, but it could lead to depression and boredom and just a sucky life.
Yeah.
So do you think that makes sense? Do you think people are listening to this could, ask the question of themselves, am I pouring into somebody?
Mhm.
You know, am I mentoring a younger lady if I'm a lady to mentor a young girl?
Yeah.
Help her in her image
Yeah.
to have better self-image, self-awareness. If I'm a
Mhm.
young man, can I pour myself into you know, um, maybe being a coach or helping somebody in a basketball league or, finding fulfillment in that
Mhm.
instead of always focusing on us,
Mhm.
trying to be fulfilled, but in turn, focusing on other people to help them be
Yeah.
fulfilled.
I think that would be huge for people if they could, because if you think about it, like, marriage, one of the things about it, because I've been studying this for a class in school,
Mm-hmm.
is that it really fulfills women's innate desire to nurture, and it fulfills men's innate desire to protect and provide. But in singleness, you don't have like a vessel to pour that into.
Mm.
However, I think you can still be so content in the Lord and still tap into those unique things. So for women, that's to nurture, and that's not like a gender role thing. That's just genuinely, I believe that there's scriptural basis for God creating men and women. Right? It's the perfect opposite. Like Eve was the perfect opposite of Adam. Or the Greek is, or the Hebrew is like opposite.
Yeah.
So she was similar to him because she came from him, but
Mm-hmm.
she was the opposite. So I think like women, like young women that are single and stuck, like find someone to nurture. If that is your church, serve once a month in the nursery and get to
Mm.
love on those babies for an hour and a half. Like that will fulfill that mother heart that all women innately have. And men, provide for yourself, like protect and provide for your future and start working on those innate desires that men have. I think
Mm.
both could still be fulfilled in those areas.
In those roles.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
I think it makes huge sense because we are called to serve.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't serve and we just want to be served all the time, that's what Jesus came. He said, Listen, I didn't come to be served, I came to be a servant.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we miss that in Christianity, that we
Mm-hmm.
always are looking for the best church, the most relevant message, the worship team's got to be a certain vibe in a certain way. And we live in a self-serving society. So
Yeah.
it's bound to rub off on us in our church, in our
Mm-hmm.
churches in America. And I'm talking in the Western world, because the Western world really is a self-serving arena. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that God created us to be servants.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if we're not serving, then we're always looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
What do I need to fulfill me?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that could be a problem in the in between of finding the right person in your singleness to marry them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think if we focus on, and I didn't know we were going to talk about this like this to go down this road, but you know, maybe your friends, maybe people in that arena need to start focusing on how can I serve? How can I serve my church that I attend? How can I be a part of it? How can I get involved?
Yeah.
What can I do to advance God's kingdom?
Mm-hmm.
And I think as we do that, and it goes back to Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom, and then all
Mm-hmm.
these things will be added unto you, right? If you do that, God's going to take care of the rest.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a life fulfilling.
Right. And I think just what a beautiful time, right? If you are called to be married, right? If you're not given the gift of singleness, which
Mhm.
a lot of people are not going to be given that for life.
Yeah.
There's a good chance that most Christians will end up married. But if you could look back on that time and be like, oh, I had a good run with that. Like
Mhm.
I had undivided devotion to the Lord, like Paul says.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be so fulfilling for people.
Mm.
And maybe they won't feel so stuck.
Yeah, so my second question was how can someone enjoy their single time and make the most of it? And I think we answered the question
Mm-hmm.
is by serving.
Yeah.
I think that would really remedy the problem
Mm-hmm.
of being bored.
Yeah.
I mean, you
And
can
having too
only
much
go
time on your hands.
Yeah, having too much time
Yeah.
on your hand. You can only go out to dinner with your friends. You can only go so much to parties. You can only go so much, and it's the same old, same old. I talk to a lot of people,
Mm.
and the dating scene is terrible. People hate
Yeah.
it. And I was with some younger men in their 20s, and I love talking to all ages, but I really like talking to the Gen Zers and the millennials, and especially and they're single. These guys were single that I was talking to, and I was asking
Were
them.
they miserable?
Well, they found a girl. One of them
okay.
found a girl, and I said, "How did you find a girl?" And he's like, "Well, on Hinge." Well, I didn't know what Hinge was.
Hinge is the dating app.
Yeah, and I said, "Really?" And I said, "Do you have to pay for it?" And he's like, "No, it's free." He's like, "I created a profile, and it's really cool because it doesn't cost you anything." And
This
then,
is so funny that they're teaching you
yeah,
about dating apps.
so they talked to me about this Hinge, and I said,
Oh
"So
my
tell me how it
gosh.
works." And I'm sure the audience, if they listen, knows how it works if you're single. But you don't have to respond. They can like your profile,
Mm-hmm.
but you can either choose not to or ignore it or delete it. So there's like no hurt feelings,
Yeah.
right? And so this girl liked his, and he looked at her profile, and he's like, "Oh, I like her. She looks interesting. Same interest, different things like that."
Mm-hmm.
And then they started a conversation, and then they've been dating for a month and a half.
Mm.
So I was like, And so,
Interesting.
yeah. So, there's ways to do it, but I think in the interim, I think if you're a Christian, and I don't know if Hinge is a bad thing. I think it's just a dating app, right? It's not, what's that other one where you,
Yeah, Tinder is the
yeah,
one
Tinder's where you hook
it's
up
yeah,
for
Tinder's more like
things.
known for hookups, where Hinge is known
Yeah,
for
we don't like that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not into
don't
that.
be hooking up people.
No, I've just heard Hinge horror stories,
Oh, okay.
like with my Christian friends that have.
Hinge horror stories?
Yeah, I've
like
heard
what?
some.
Give me one. Give me a juicy
You
one.
Okay, so my friend had
Yeah.
on her profile a picture with like a cowgirl hat on, and she had like the hat like this and like boots, and it was like a cute picture, okay? And this Christian guy had liked her profile and she had liked his, so they matched. Well, he messages her and is like, "Hey, how about we meet up, but you only wear the hat and boots?"
What?
And she was like,
No.
"What?" She was like,
No.
"You're a Christian." So she deleted the app that
In
day.
name only.
She deleted the app that day.
Yeah. No, that's
So
not
she
good.
scared me because I'm like, I don't know about these. I don't know.
Well,
A little scary.
there's always a couple of nuts in the cookie jar, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So we kind of figured that if we're going to serve in this interim that we find ourselves in, that's probably going to be the best way
Mm-hmm.
to get over the doldrums of singleness,
Yeah.
of serving, right?
Yeah.
So is the goal being undivided devotion to the Lord? Is that the goal in our life in singleness? And how do we exemplify that?
Yeah. I think that is the goal. I think that should be the goal of any season of life. Even if you're married, it should still be undivided devotion to the Lord.
I agree with that.
I think that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to switch the narrative though in church. I know one of your questions was going to be, is singleness like junior varsity?
Yeah.
And I think I think part of the problem of why single people feel so stuck is because the narrative in church is like, if you're single, then something is like wrong with you.
Mm.
And I've even had that happen with me where people are like, so what's next for you? Like, cause they know I'm graduating soon. So like, what's next? What's going on? You got any boys? Like, why aren't you out there? You know? And like, I just think it's so fun. It's like people used to say when you're growing up, you know, they're like, the boys are going to be chasing you down. They're going to be lining up around the block. I want to look at those people now and be like, hey, so remember when you said that now? Because now those same people are like, you're running out of time. And I'm like, you just told me 10 years ago that they were going to be chasing me down. Now you're telling me I better start getting more serious, you know?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's like a scarcity mindset. It really is.
Yeah.
And I think we need to stop treating single people like they're on junior varsity because that makes them feel like second-class citizens. Genuinely. And I don't think people mean to come across that way, but they definitely do. And I'm not the only one that feels that way.
Okay.
Feels like if you're single, like everyone thinks something's wrong with you.
Okay.
And I even have a theory. I've tested this. You
Oh,
want to know
boy.
my theory?
Here we go.
All right. So
We're getting
when
scientific now.
this is a theory, this is just proven by my own Instagram, but so I can't really say this. But when I was in a past relationship and I posted a photo of that person, immediately I had 3 people from high school text me and want to get coffee. These people didn't care to get coffee with me until they saw that I had a boyfriend. Now, why do you think they want to meet with me? Because now all of a sudden I'm like, cool, because I had a boyfriend. These people didn't care about me until I posted that photo.
Were they men?
No, they were girls from high school.
Oh.
But they were like, oh, finally she has something interesting in her life. Now I want to hang out with her.
Oh.
Does that make
maybe
sense?
She wanted to know.
They wanted to know juicy details. They want to know all that. Now this is like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But I remember when that happened, I was just like, wow, you didn't care to text me.
Did you go to coffee with them?
2 of them I did. They wanted to know. So tell me everything.
Did you?
And now they want to be my best friend again. And I'm like, this is so strange. You didn't care to reach out to me for the past 4 years.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
So this is my own personal theory, but I actually believe it. I don't know.
So
I'll have to ask, if you're single and you're listening to this, let me know if you feel this way too.
So if you get a relationship going, you might get more friends.
Yes. Because it's such a widely accepted thing in our culture to be dating someone or to be in a relationship. And that's why you'll see like high schoolers, you know, they always have to be dating someone because it feels right to them.
Okay.
It feels accepted socially. But I think we need to flip the script. You know, I think we need to stop being so hard on single people and stop treating them like they have the plague because they're not married.
You think it's older women that do that? Like grandmas?
Grandmas?
Not my mother.
Are you talking about my grandma?
No. I just mean older women like in the church because they want you to experience motherhood maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a maternal
And I
thing.
don't think
know.
people have bad intentions, but that's just how it comes across. Right? Like it's the same way like if people are trying to conceive a baby and they can't get pregnant, but people keep coming up to them. So when you have baby number 2, like it can get kind of like, little do you know, maybe they're struggling.
Yeah.
And then someone keeps asking them about it.
Yeah.
It feels the same way when you're single, when people keep asking you, so are you playing the field? Are you getting out there? What are you doing? Like your time's ticking, right?
Yeah. Right.
It just starts to feel like you're spinning your wheels.
So let me ask you this question. So where does God come in the mix of all of this singleness? Like you're single. How do you pray? Well, like what do you do?
Yeah, I pray.
Okay. About what? About meeting the man of your dreams?
Oh, you want me to get specific?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do pray about that, but honestly, more recently, I've kind of let that go because I've already prayed and the Lord knows my heart, and I don't need to like beg him for anything in my life.
Mm,
Like I believe that he will bring about things in my life when he sees fit because he's a good father and he's loving and he cares for me. So I think there's people out there, and I was encouraged to do this by my cousin. My cousin actually told me, he's like, don't pray about it every day. Like, just leave it up to the Lord. Like, don't be worrying about it. Do you know how many other prayers you'd be praying about other things?
yeah.
Like petitioning God for other things?
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't you think he already knows that you want that? Like, he knows your heart's desires.
Right.
And ever since he told me that a few months ago, I've been kind of like, yeah, like he's right. Like, I have prayed about that. God knows what I need.
Mm-hmm.
Above all, he knows what I need. He knows also what I want, but he knows what's best for me.
Right.
And so I just trust him,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
That's good. So do you think that's lacking in people's spiritual walk with the Lord?
Trusting God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. So
But I know
how
it's
does
easy
one
to do.
trust God in this? Because we're talking about being single. How does one trust God to know that God has their back? What
Mm.
would you tell that person?
I would just say, just like you can trust God with your salvation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I trust that if I died right now, I would be in heaven because I believe in Jesus and I have a personal relationship with him. So just like I can trust that my eternity is secure, like if I can trust him with that big of a thing, don't you think like finding a husband for me is like peanuts to God?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's so small in comparison to all the things that he has done in the scriptures, like parting the Red Sea, creating the heavens and the earth, like sending his own son. I mean, there's so many bigger things that God has done. And so it's just like, this is so small to him.
Yeah.
So I think just reminding yourself, like if you're single and you're stuck and you're like, this just sucks and I just feel like God has forgotten me, like he hasn't. He knows what you need. And sometimes just reminding yourself that. And sometimes he'll remind you in really cool ways. Like I had on Sunday, you don't even know this. We had this idea came up at dinner and Nathan was like, how can you expect God to bring someone into your life, Brooke, when all you go is to a female Pilates class in your own church? Like you're not meeting men. You go to a female workout class. And I was like, I just trust God. And he kind of was like, you got to put yourself out there, blah, blah. And I was just like, you know, I was kind of discouraged about that. What'd you say?
Hinge.
Yeah, Hinge. I don't know. I was just kind of discouraged about that. And then literally that day, I didn't tell you this, someone told me that they've been trying to set me up with someone.
Really?
Unprompted. Just told me out of the blue. And I'm
So
like,
where's that going?
I don't know. Maybe nowhere. Maybe nowhere.
Do you know the individual?
No.
Oh, you don't.
I don't know him. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like that happened on the same day where I was feeling, and I prayed about it after dinner. I was like, oh man, I feel so overwhelmed. Like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to put myself out there? Am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to do dating apps? Am I not trying hard enough? And then I prayed, and literally an hour later, that happened where I was like, God knows what I need.
Yep.
And he's way bigger than this small problem of not being
Do
able
you
to
do
find
anything
a
to
spouse.
follow up on that?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Yeah. Not yet.
But you will.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
After you pray about it. Pray about all things.
And I'm sure she enjoys discussing this with her father.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Just so the viewers know, like, this isn't hard for me at all to tell them I know. Actually, it's
We're an
not.
open book.
We talk about stuff like this all the time. So,
But
I hope
think
that is helpful to you, though, for me to share my dating.
No,
woes.
it is. I think people really enjoy that. And it will bring comfort to some. But I've seen on the flip side where people rush into a relationship because they don't want to be single. They go against, let's say, family and wisdom, and they say, we don't feel that person's right for you, and they keep on going forward, and then they end up getting married, and then they end in a hell relationship where it is awful, and then they end in divorce. I've seen that quite a bit. And
Mm-hmm.
that's because they let the situation that they were in drive them to make a decision that they shouldn't have made.
Mm-hmm.
And, we want people at our church and just in life, but specifically at Crosspoint, we want people to make good choices. That's why we counsel. I won't marry anybody unless I have 4 or 5 sessions with you because we
Mm-hmm.
talk about everything. And are you compatible? And, is this what God has for your life? Are you settling or do you want the best? Right. And because I think a lot of people settle and then they regret it. I've
Yeah.
seen that where they settle. I'm just tired of being single. And he checks some of the boxes, but, I can change him. No, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't. You can't
Mm-hmm.
change people. They only can change themselves through God's help. So
Yeah.
there is something to be said that we should be patient and wait on God so that we don't make a huge life mistake
Yeah.
and marry somebody that we shouldn't marry and live with regret for many years or
Mm.
end in a divorce. And then if you have kids and you end in a divorce, then it's super messy and costly.
Yeah.
And I know it's hard to say, well, I won't do that, but I've seen it happen over and over. I've seen lots of that happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't end well.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think if we really trust the Lord in his timing, and I'm going to talk about that on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
the timing of God, and I'm going to give you scripture references to that of how it's so important. God is a God of time, and our time doesn't match his time. And that doesn't mean that he doesn't see our struggles because he's
Mm-hmm.
with us in the struggle and he understands what we're going through. And so, I just think that we need to really look beyond ourselves, find something that we can do to serve, to fulfill, to advance his kingdom. And in that, it really goes along with Matthew 6:33. If we do
Mm-hmm.
Matthew 6:33, I believe these other things will be added unto us. Who knows that if you're serving someplace, um, that a person doesn't come into your life when you're pouring out, that God
Mm-hmm.
doesn't pour somebody in.
Mm-hmm.
It happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And if we just wait on the Lord, um, He will guide us and direct us.
Yeah. I just think of it like this image of like you running up the mountain, and let's just imagine like God at the top,
Yeah.
right? You running up the mountain, you're just solo on this race, and then you look to the
Mm.
left or to the right and you see someone running at the same speed as you, chasing after the same thing.
Yeah.
That's when you know that's who it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I think people just settle
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
But the good thing is you're never alone if you have Christ.
You're never alone.
You're never alone.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're single and you're unhappy, then maybe think on that, pray on that.
And, I can add something where my own mother was married to my father for over 50 years. He passed away. So they were together a long time.
mm,
And yet, in her loneliness of singleness now, being a widow, she has said that the Lord has been her comfort
mm-hmm.
and knows the Lord in a way that she never knew the Lord as married.
Yeah.
So that tells you right there that you don't have to wait to get married and live a long life with somebody and then someone, your loved one, passes away and then you are single again. Happens all the time. We should have the comfort of our Lord in every aspect of our life, in
Mm,
every area of our life, in every season, because we were talking about seasons earlier, every
yeah.
season of our life. And I think if we allow the Lord to be the Lord of all and to be that kinsman's redeemer, that kingsman's redeemer, the one who comes alongside of us
Mm-hmm.
and is there for us, we can experience life with him in a way that maybe you can't when you're married.
Mm,
And maybe that will encourage somebody today to think about that. Let the Lord really bring you along in your life where you are in your singleness and let him be your fulfillment. Um, and he'll speak to you in ways that you never dreamed of, never even thought that he could move in your life in a way because you're really dedicating yourself to him
Mm.
and not trying to be so busy to find something.
Yeah.
I do really believe what the scriptures say that God orders the steps of the righteous.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that. I've lived it. I've lived it out my whole life. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know what I was going to do after Bible college, after I graduated. I didn't know. I just knew I was called to ministry.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a part of me that toiled and was concerned a little bit. But then doors started opening, and I started visiting churches and preaching and singing and doing things. And God just kept on opening door after door after door. And I didn't have to toil or spin. And I just kept on relying on him, and he would open the doors. And it's a faith walk. It's a journey to serve God.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, you get better at it as you do it more and more,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. The more that you walk hand in hand with God, the easier it becomes.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's easy, but it's easier, right? And it will help you to grow in God. And
Mm-hmm.
so um, I think that's where we are today. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's where we need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Any final thoughts?
If you're single and you're sad or you're lonely, you're not alone. I think that's a lot of people, but
Mhm.
take heart in the gospel, honestly.
Mm.
And take heart in knowing that Paul says this is a great time for you.
Yeah.
And just use it. I mean, do the things you've always wanted to do. Take the trips, minister to the people, serve, learn a language, get a hobby. Like, I don't know, be interesting. Like, no
Mhm.
one wants to date the boring person that just like sits around and toils about their singleness. Like,
Mhm.
do things that in 5 years you'll be grateful that you did,
Mhm.
and use the time to just be devoted to God.
Yeah, I think be devoted to God and pour into people. I think that's I didn't know we were going to go down that path today in our talk, but I think
Yeah, we
really,
really didn't plan this much at all.
no, we didn't.
So this is
Turned
just
out pretty good, I
it's just a
thought.
raw conversation
Yeah.
today.
But I really do think being a good friend and pouring into people, God will honor you for that. Serve
Yeah.
the local church. God will honor you for that.
Yeah.
There are lots of needs in the local body, and you find a need and you fill it. I believe in that philosophy, and it's fulfilling to do that. And when you're giving and you're fulfilling, it's amazing how God in turn will fill you.
Mm.
He does it all the time. He'll fill you to overflowing because you're not so concerned or concentrated on yourself, but you're concerned about his people that you can minister to, that you can encourage somebody in the Lord by your testimony, just being kind, looking for an opportunity to be a blessing to somebody. And I'm telling you, the old saying is that you can never outgive God, and that's so true, but you can never out time God either. When you give God your time,
Mm.
he makes it up and he gives you more. And that could be in relationships, that could be more time on this earth, that could it's just amazing what you can do when you do Matthew 6:33. So I hope that this has been an encouragement for you. And it does break my heart that there are so many young people that are hurting because they are single. And, our church is growing in this age group in the young 20s and 30s. And if you're single and you want to mingle, well, just come to Crosspoint.
Oh my gosh. How did we start? We started really good, and now we're
I
ending.
couldn't pass that up.
Oh.
I've been thinking about that all day.
Okay, we gotta
I'm
wrap
just
this up.
kidding.
We gotta wrap this up.
But anyways, if you do get involved in church, you can find people of like mind, precious faith. And that's true. So, that's how I met my wife. So, well, sort of. But that's for another show. We're running out of time. But anyways, we love you, and I want you to be happy. And so we are here for you, and we're going to help you in your singleness in Jesus' name. So I hope this has been an encouragement to you. We've laughed, and we've had some serious talks. But anyways, we'll be praying for you, and we hope to see you this coming Sunday. And on the 23rd, I believe that's the date. Sunday is the 23rd. I hope I'm right on that. And can you check real quick before I sign on just to make sure it is?
It is. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it is the 23rd.
yeah.
So, friends, we love you. And as I always say,
If you want to find a husband, come on Sunday.
well, that might happen. You
We just go
never
there.
know. So, anyways, we love you. And as I always say, keep it real.